Alright, what's up everybody? So, I finished the painting that I started, or I guess it was like a concept design that I started for Infinite Uppercut in my last video. Basically, it was a redrawing of an environment that I previously made to use in actual panels and stuff in my comic. But I didn't like the angle it was at or how far away, so I decided to redo it. This is the finished piece of me, I guess, redesigning that environment. It's a lot cleaner and then it's closer, so it's more usable than the original one. And it's also not as much empty space as in the original one. Couple problems with this. Not that it was a bad painting for me or anything like that, but I just had a couple issues. Number one, when I initially drew it, I didn't measure anything, especially out correctly. So the lines are kind of off. I had to sort of fix those with the guides in Photoshop. Then the other issue was, just in the planning phase of painting this, organizing the layers, because I pretty much had to paint this from back to front. So I started with the, I guess the background, space, and then I started with the little tower in the back, the black tower in the back, or the tower that will become black, because if you're watching this video, I'm painting it in order. So the far tower in the back, and then I sort of went with the little platform that it's on, and then I did the two walls on the side, and then the sort of ring in the center. So that was kind of the order that I had to paint things. I almost started out of order, which meant that my shadowing and just my shading for the picture would have been sort of off, or would have been way more complicated than it needed to be. That was the issue that I had last year, I believe, when I painted the painting of Ryu stage from Street Fighter. I sort of painted it out of order from how close things are supposed to be from the camera. But in any event, that was just, luckily I caught it early enough that I just had to reorganize the layers. So I don't believe it should show up in this actual video, at least I hope not. But if it does, it'll get correctly rather quickly. Other than that, I can't think of any other issues other than, like I said earlier, the me not laying anything out with the, I guess, measuring how the distance between everything, because it's kind of sort of supposed to be symmetrical, I guess, but I certainly didn't do that. And the ring in the center is very off when I drew it, which I think was in my last video. How I drew it in that is, it's not a circle at all, or even an oval. I don't know what I did. But trying to go off of my line art, I really needed to clean that up some. So I ended up just having to almost make a circle, and just for time's sake, I just made a circle and fit it into the image the way that I needed to, and just went from there. Cause it was starting to frustrate me how the difference in the changes of the sides from the left to the right. I don't know how I drew it initially, but in any event, it was messed up. So had to correct that. And then the coloring phase was pretty quickly, because I think I should start doing this when I paint my pictures, since I use the eyedropper tool so much to pick up the actual colors from whatever original painting I have, because I do that with my comics in general, just to make sure that I'm using the same colors all the time and things look sort of uniform. I picked up the colors from the original painting and just dropped them in here to actually fill the colors out. That was easy enough, at least that phase of painting. And then shading it and figuring out how, I guess, my light sources, which, considering it's in space, is, I don't know. I don't know if that's more challenging because it's in space, or if that gives me more leeway to screw up some. But in any event, I had most of my light sources, I guess, coming from the two planets in the background. The Earth plane and the Dark plane, as it's known in my comics. So I just did the highlights from there, but there's not too many of them to speak of in this painting, so I didn't really have to worry about that too much. But in any event, this is pretty much all there is to this painting. Like I said, it was just a redesign from an environment that I did for Uppercut originally that I hadn't used in the first chapter yet, and I will need it for the next chapter that I'm working on now. So I definitely need to do some redesigns just to have a better angle. And I'm also going to have to do that for another environment pretty soon. So I'll probably end up drawing that in the next week or so. Hopefully in the next couple of days, but who knows with me. In any event, that's the painting. Oh, by the way, and I'll probably give an alert in one of these videos that I do when it comes up, but I also have the first chapter of Infinite Uppercut available for free download and probably like sale for physical copy pretty soon. I'll have it set up. It's gonna take a while because it'll take a minute before Kablam will actually have it available for purchase, but I should be getting that done in the next couple days, hopefully before Memorial Day comes. But in any event, it should be available for sale sometime in the month of September. Fingers crossed. But I'll let everyone know when that comes about. But in the meantime, I'm finished. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't, leave a comment, let me know what you think about the painting, and you all have a good one. I'm out.